In this video, I'm going to show you how to create your matrix in Adobe Photoshop. So the first thing you need to do is to download the template. I'm in Google Classroom here, and under the matrix assignment, it looks like this, matrix template. So I'm simply going to click on this, click on the three buttons, open a new window, and download it. Now I'm going to go over to Photoshop and open on my computer matrix template. Notice it's a Photoshop document, and it looks like this. And these gray squares are where you're going to be putting in your photographs. So you'll need to have taken your 16 matrix photographs first, and 16 because it's 4x4. Now you're going to open up your photographs. I'm going to go to File, Open, and here are 3 of them. I'm just going to do 3 in this tutorial. You'll do 16. And I just selected them holding down the Shift key, and they open up tabbed along the top here along with my template. So I'm going to go to my first one, and these all have to be square, not rectangle. So I'm going to go to my crop tool, and up in the options bar you'll see the ratio. I can click on ratio, and I'm going to go to 1:1 square. So now no matter what I do, make this smaller or larger, I can choose the square that I want to put into my matrix. Okay, you can just decide how you want to crop this, but it's always going to be square. I'll click the check mark. Now if I wanted to turn these black and white, for instance, I could, you're going to do any adjustments that you would want to do. You could do whatever, changing the hue saturation. I would always check levels. All right, so on levels here, I can bring this up and this down and make that how I would like it. All right, now we're going to copy it and then paste it into the template. So we're going to do that by going to Select All or Command or Control A. Now if I were to just copy this, it's just going to get this adjustment layer, and I want both. So if you have more than one layer here, if you've made some adjustments, you're going to have to go to Edit, Copy, Merged, and that's going to grab everything in your layers all together, and you'll go over to matrix. Now if you just have one layer, if you're just cropping, then you can just do a quick Command C to copy, and that'll be fine. Now I'm going to paste. I can just do a Command V, or that's under Edit, Paste, your choice. I'm going to use my Move Transform tool to then move it into place and get it to be the right size. So I'm going to zoom in. I'm just using my trackpad, but here's the zoom tool if you need it. And I'm going to resize this so that it fits perfectly in this square. Hit the Enter key or the check mark, and now I'm ready to go to the next one. So I've got my first cloud. Maybe I'll just X that out. Don't need to save that. Go to my second one. Crop tool. It's already on the 1:1 ratio. Crop it how I want. Make adjustments if I want, and then just select all, Command A, copy, Command C, go back to my matrix, Command V. Use my Move Transform tool, move it into the right place, resize it, and I'm good to go. Now if you'd like, just remember, if you hover your mouse over the corner here, you can rotate these if you wanted to change the orientation or anything like that. I'll do one more crop, hit the return, select all, or Command A, copy, Command C, paste, Command V. That's Control on a PC. This one I need to make larger. And you're going to keep going from there. I definitely highly recommend that you zoom in so you can really get these exactly in the right place. If these, in the end, after you do all of them, if you're seeing some gray, feel free. You can just use your Move Transform tool, just click on it, and you can delete these. They're just there to sort of help you. You just use the guidelines if you want. The other thing I want you to do at the end is to think about your background color. Go down in your Layers palette, click on the background layer, and edit Fill with whatever color you want. Now one thing to keep in mind, notice that the eyedropper tool appears. You could choose a color and you can see the color changing. You know, you can choose a color for your background color so that it's uniform. You know, whatever. Maybe that's a little bit too pink. But play around with that. Sometimes it takes a few chances to, you can also just click on color and choose it this way, you know. I think like a nice light blue might be good, or maybe sort of maybe a darker one. Let's see, what does a dark gray look like? So that might look cool. Yeah, and you just fill up all these squares and then save it. If you want to go back to it another day, make sure you're saving it as a Photoshop document. If you're ready to turn it in, you can save a copy as a JPEG and turn it into Google Classroom. Have fun.